Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's Dr. Somji. Today we're going to be reviewing one of the hottest brands that came to the UK a little bit later, but actually I get a lot of patients asking me about it, mainly because the price point is very similar to medical grade skincare that you can get at some of my clinics. It's called the Drunk Elephant. So it's a product range that's designed to be essentially without any kind of like fillers within there. So any unnecessary skincare ingredients, but also without the dreaded 6 ingredients that we don't like. So drying alcohol, silicones, SLS, chemical screens, essential oils, and fragrances. So I'm going to take a deeper dive looking at their bestsellers, and I'm going to give you my verdict to see whether it's actually worth the money, or maybe you want to actually use something else. Right, we're going to take the first product. The first product is actually the Glycolic Night Serum. So I wanted to have a look at this product mainly because it says it's got an AHA-BHA blend. So let's take it further back first because we want you to understand what's actually going on. So what's actually an AHA? It's a water-soluble acid made from fruits, essentially. Great for things like pigmentation, age spots, melasma, so dark spots around over here. Can help with enlarged pores, fine lines, wrinkles, uneven skin tone. We have to be a little bit careful with AHAs, mainly because in my skin type you can get like post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation if you use too high a strength. So there's other videos that we talked about, like the pitfalls of this. We don't need to go into it today. But glycolic acid is probably going to be the most famous AHA that you'll see out there. You've got lactic acid, tartaric acid, citric acid, malic acid, and one of my favorites, mandelic acid. BHAs, what are the main things? So really, BHAs are oil soluble and they're designed to go a lot deeper. So they work a lot deeper for things that actually need more of an exfoliation. So like deeper acne, retentional acne with those kind of like cysts and deeper spots that are really difficult to get to. Acids such as BHAs, such as salicylic acid, work fantastically for this, but they are really drying. So you need to be using something to repair that skin barrier at the same time if you're going to put this in a product. So we're going to have a look and see whether any of those emollients are in here as well. So I've got all of the ingredients written down. I'm just on their website because this is tiny and I can't read it, and actually there are no ingredients on this, which is kind of strange. So look, we know it's water based, so we talked about things being water soluble. So we know immediately that the bulk of this is going to be AHA. I don't even need to look at the next ingredient because we know that BHAs are dissolved in oil. So what's the next ingredient? Okay, it's glycolic acid. So that's fantastic. So very high up on the ingredients list. This is glycolic acid. This is going to be for people with a little bit of pigmentation, mild acne here and there, and yes, and well, let's see. So butylene glycol, great. Glycerin, just to help with the skin barrier, that's fantastic. And then you've got salicylic acid sitting there. So you've got that blend between AHA and BHA. So this is gonna help you with actually most acne skin types. So even the retentional, there's white spots that you get underneath the skin, people with blackheads, this is gonna help too, which is fantastic. And then after that, they've got lactic acid, which also is great for pigmentation. So you might be someone that has acne, you have pigmentation as a result of the acne, or let's say the redness stays afterwards. Lactic acid is going to help that pigmentation and that redness afterwards as well. We've got some citric acid here, as well as some vitis vinifera, which is a grapefruit juice extract, and that's quite nice because it's something that really kind of is an antioxidant for the skin. So you're going to be causing that selective damage with glycolic acid and salicylic acid, but then you're going to help repair too. And look, the next ingredient is aloe barbadennis, which is essentially aloe vera. Okay, so we know about the healing properties of aloe vera, which is fantastic. Various different leaf extracts, which are quite nice. And then you've got the sodium hyaluronate cross polymer as well. So look, this is all making sure that when you use this product that you're not drying yourself out because of the salicylic acid. So the sodium hyaluronate is obviously very similar to hyaluronic acid that essentially draws water in and kind of retains moisture within skin. So this is something that's actually quite nice and fantastic. You've got propanediol, which is an ingredient enhancer as well. So there's nothing really terrible in this ingredients list that I'm really gonna say, oh my God, don't use it. But let's see how it feels. Let's see. So this is obviously designed to be used sometime at night. Like I wouldn't use this during the daytime, that's not cool. So it goes on quite easily. So you've got nice smoothing agents like butylene glycol in there and glycerin, which are going to aid with that spread over the skin. On the skin, you can feel it's a little bit drying, and therefore, like, I think immediately afterwards, to protect your skin barrier, especially if you're going to leave it overnight, you want to be putting something on to stop transepidermal water loss. And there's nothing better than using a facial oil, and that's what they recommend. And I think correctly so. So the Marula Luxury Facial Oil. The only issue you got with this is that, you know, you're going to be essentially blocking your pores immediately after you're trying to actually get rid of them. Clean them out basically. So you're going to unclog and then you're suddenly going to clog it up, which, you know, I'm not sure I feel too comfortable about it. But nevertheless, this is going to be the next product on the list. So what's the summary for the Glycolic Night Serum? I think it's a nice blend of acids, mixture of AHAs and BHAs, at good concentrations actually, and safe concentrations for maintenance. The Vitis vinifera is actually probably the best ingredient there because it's a great antioxidant for skin and it's used in a lot of advanced skincare formulations. The only concern I have is that probably there's not enough emollients in there, and this is the reason why they recommend you to use it with their luxury facial oil as well. Now, the luxury facial oil may be too much because it can clog pores up. So this is the only drawback that I've got, but overall, I think it's a nice little acid that you can use onto your skin. So there's my summary, guys. Look, it's a really popular brand, so I'm not gonna say no to every single product. There's some products that I thought were fantastic. Every single product on the skin feels really nice. The only drawback that we've got, there's only two drawbacks that we've got, is the actual amount of active ingredients is quite low. So it's not gonna really change your skin so much, but it will definitely help, you know, kind of feel better. So overall, I think it's not a bad brand if you've got the extra cash for it. If you're thinking, well, no, I really wanna get what I pay for, it's not the brand for me.